Hello and here, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on Lost Worlds, where we apparently are still very lost here as we are grinding out stumps here since last episode. Finished on deforesting this entire area here. This, I think, is right to the edge of the property line that we currently own here along this, I don't know if you want to call it a road or whatever it is here. So all the trees are gone. We just got a few stumps to grind out here. Also sold all the logs from it already. So once we get these stumps ground out of them, we're going to go ahead and start plowing this up and hopefully make a field out of it. And we still have time to plant it yet as well. I'm thinking maybe some soybeans maybe down in this section. Or we could, I suppose, connect it with the existing field as well and just continue planting more corn. That is an option as well. But I figure we'll maybe see once we put some soybeans down in this section. And then next time around, maybe we'll connect the fields together. Shouldn't be a whole lot of stumps left here yet, hopefully. He says, yeah, no, hard to tell. And undoubtedly, as always, there'll probably be some missing. Always miss some somewhere, it seems like. At least the nice thing about this tree we gone grinder, everyone pretty much grinds them out as fast as you can drive, which, at least with this Kubota isn't particularly fast, but it still can handle it. So, let's see once here. Little wireframe view cheating here. Don't see any. Let's see if we missed any in this mess over here. That one surprised me. Wow, did I actually manage to get them all? That would be very surprising if I actually got them all. There's got to be at least one somewhere I missed. I think we do have, turn this back off here. We do have some like ends over here. Probably should see if we can get rid of those because we don't need those around anymore. And they probably won't sell for more than a couple cents anyway. So yeah, we'll just get rid of all this stuff. Boy, someone sure made a mess over here. Oh, let's not even get rid of them, really? Oh, that's why. I was like, turned off. That would explain it. Like I say, this thing should like make these disappear, I would have thought. Started to get a little worried there for a minute, like, uh-oh. If this doesn't get rid of them, then what do I need to do? Like, pick these up by hand? I don't think the auto-loading trailer will load these either. These are all little ends. I cut off some of these trees here. Just, again, as I've said before, if you want to make the most money from your logs, you want to make sure you cut them to the appropriate size, which, again, seems to be somewhere around that 6 to 8 meter mark. And then also you definitely want to cut the ends off as well. So just that'll make the most money from your logs again. Okay, I think that's all. I think it's all. I think what we're doing is I'm probably going to go ahead and now return our logging equipment here at this point. We should be done with it for now, I believe. We've got most of the land we own deforested with the exception of what's over here, which I should just take a quick walk over here, man. I don't know that there's a whole lot over here. Suppose I could keep it a little bit longer, and maybe if we get time, I can deforest this section over here as well. But yeah, like I said, other than maybe the trees along the road here, don't think there's actually a whole lot over here, is there? Yeah, I don't think so. Like I said, there's a couple trees around here, Evan, but yeah, I guess there are a few trees. Yeah, not very many. So I suppose what we can do, Evan, is I can keep this around for just a little bit longer. But again, definitely want to return this here relatively soon because it is costing us. Actually, that is a good question. Can we actually see how much this is costing us here? There it is. Do we have vehicle lease? Yeah, $40,000 in vehicle leasing costs. So, if we can keep that to a minimum, that would be ideal, if you ask me, Evan. Anything else here? Yeah, there's probably not a whole lot else to know about, I guess. Okay. Just move this up out of the way here for now. I'm thinking next time around, too, when we do another round of forestry here, we might see what's about looking at a different machine here as well. Something that can cut and size the logs. Make it a little bit easier for us. This one just cuts it, which does a great job of doing that, by the way. And we'll definitely probably want to look at keeping the logging truck here as well. Although, again, I'll probably return return it for now. Actually, that's a good question. When it comes to leased equipment, is that hours worked? Or is that just hours in jet? Like, if we go over 24 hours, does that 24 hours count? Or is it only, I only used it for 10 minutes. Does that 10 minutes get charged? Okay, let's go grab our tractor here. Actually, speaking of a tractor, I thought what I might do. This tractor might be a little big for the chisel plow, but I thought we'd give this tractor a try on the chisel plow. The farm all was, struggling just a little bit here last time on the chisel plow. Although we are plowing all native ground, so maybe it'll be okay. We'll give it a try here first, I suppose. Seemed like the farm all did okay as long as it was on grass, Evan. That's when it got to the sections that were already dirt. That's when it was really struggling. So let's see how it goes here. I guess we are running duals on farm all here as well. Oh, the John Deere just still looks like a lot wider. All right, so we should probably really be using a disc or an actual plow would be better for this. I suppose we could actually do that, Evan. Let's see. We don't own a disc at the moment, do we? Like, if we were going to do this properly, Evan, and, seeing as how I do like to do it properly if possible. Yeah, we don't own a disc here, do we? You know what? Let's do a little shopping. I'm just seeing what we get for a small disc. If there's a good one available, we'll go for it. Otherwise, I'll just keep using, I was going to get our disc arrows. Question is, if we're going to get a disc, what would the category be under? There's a turbo. Yeah, that's probably not really a heavy disc. We need like a heavy disc, something like, you see with these tillage discs here. Unfortunately, we can't run a big one though. So the sunflower vertical till here. That's a little outside of our horsepower range here at the moment. Anything under cultivators as far as discs? That's probably why I don't have a disc. There isn't any. We got a Saliford. That's going to 130 horsepower, huh? Okay. Yeah, still not the type of disc I'm thinking of. Nope, not seeing a disc coming. Okay, I think we're probably going to end up, power harrows, no. Subsoilers, yeah, again, not really. Okay, sticking with the chisel plow, I guess, Evan. I think the disc was a good idea, but don't have any, so stick with the tool we have that works, right? Make sure we turn on plowing. There we go. And let's start plowing. Oh. I'm on there, Farmall. We might actually. Let's turn off all the diff lock stuff here. I don't think we need that on, or if we do, it seems like there's maybe just something wrong with this Farmall or something on the way it pulls here, because it keeps like going up and down, and I don't know what's up with that, but. Okay, the grassy stuff is staying behind. That's kind of annoying. Might have to see if we can do something about that here. Yeah, see, if the Farmall would keep pulling like this, it wouldn't be so bad, but it keeps like up and down. I don't know what's up with that. The RPMs on this, like, oh my goodness. Watch that RPM gauge, you have one, yeah. Oh, there we are, redlining it. 20. Oh, we're past 2,200 there. Let's go. 26. That's kind of a weird number. Actually, looking at this RPM gauge, like, okay, 10. That's probably normal, but 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 20, what? I don't think I've ever seen an RPM gauge like that. Usually it goes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Not, whatever. Or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, right? Oh, we like going downhill, apparently. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to be switching out for the John Deere, Evan. We'll finish this pass here, and I think we're going to switch tractor, see if that John Deere will pull it any better. I mean, it's John Deere, Evan. Of course it will. Yeah, this is a red tractor. What do you expect, That's what we get for using a red tractor, right? See, now down here, we're pulling just fine. It almost seems like this tractor was directionally challenged as well for some reason. I mean, I don't know, maybe just my imagination, but it seems like certain directions it worked better than others. Come on, tractor. Make it up the hill. Nope. Oh, we might be getting the John Deere sooner than I thought. I've won. Yeah, I think we're going to go get the John Deere one. Even going up the hill by itself here, this farm all seems to be struggling. Yeah, no, something just not maybe quite right with the gearing on this tractor or something. I don't know. Yeah, look, I don't know. That's nothing to do with the how hard that chisel plow is pulling. I'm just even now, or yeah, something just not quite right. Oh well. Anyway, tractor's getting retired, at least from this job. Anyway, we'll see once maybe we can find a better job for it here in the future, but might have to just be retired. Period. We'll have to see once. Like I said again. I'm not sure if it's the fault of the tractor or just, I mean, again, that chisel plow is right up there needing horsepower. But again, you can just see it going up the hill, but nothing behind it. That tractor was like, eh. Okay, let's see how the John Deere does. Four-wheel drive here, John Deere 4020 diesel of one. Probably have to turn up the injection pump a little bit here for this job, right? You can find out there's a chisel plow. Left it parked right in the weeds, didn't I? Or actually, I guess bushes here, more appropriate name for it. Probably should have shredded this here first. If there's one in the game that would work or not. Let's see. Plowing mode still on yet? Or do I have to turn that back on here with a different tractor? It's like a different tractor. I have to turn that back on. Okay. Oh, listen to that John Deere work. Okay, so I would say the John Deere seems to be pulling this a little bit slower, everyone. But it is, like, consistently pulling. Like, we're going 6 miles an hour, which, for a chisel plow, when that is moving right along, if you ask me. Mind you, it's not the 9 mile an hour we're able to go at times with the farm all, but we're going to have to do something about that here. If I paint over that, will that get rid of that? Let's see once here a minute. Yeah, construction. Landscaping, actually, yes, probably landscaping. Let's see once if this will do the trick here or not. And actually, I don't think that actually removed the plowed ground either, did it? Oh, maybe just backing up with a chisel plow one. I'm pretty sure just go over across this with any tool should get rid of it. Like I said, I can see the plowed ground on that one, so hopefully that is still planted yet, and that got rid of that other vegetation that was there. A couple more rounds, Evan. Then we'll see if we can set up our GPS here. Yes, running GPS on the John Deere 4020, of course, that one. Duals all the way around on this tractor. Bit of a funky configuration there, if you ask me. I mean, duals on the back, sure, but nothing probably too unusual about that. But then you combine that with the fact that this is a front wheel assist, or it's hydraulic driven, so I guess it's still front wheel assist, right? Front wheel assist tractor. And then we got duals on top of that too yet. Oh, going downhill, we can pull this at 9 mile an hour too, can't we? Okay. At least the John Deere isn't just like going all over the place in RPMs and shifting and whatever that farm all was trying to do. I don't know. You know what it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, is there only 8 years on this tractor? That's what it should be in real life, as far as I know, by the way. So I guess that depends on what transmission. I think there was a couple different transmission options for this tractor, wasn't there? Those of you that know more about it can probably tell me more. But as far as I know, I bet you that's a stump. Ah, there's a stump. I knew I missed one somewhere. One had to be, right? You always miss one somewhere. think we got all the way plowed around it, though, so we should be good. I'll come back later and grind it out. Got the grinder there yet. Don't worry, I wasn't going to return that until I knew all the stumps were gone. Okay, I think one more headland should be good. Like I said, we'll set up some GPS action here. We're going to have the same problem this tournament. Let's take care of that right away here. Kind of annoying when that happens. So we got, is that, yeah, that's got the same thing in it too. Okay. Oh, we actually got a bunch of areas with us. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Section over here. Section over here. Some more over here. Is that some too? Nah, looks like there might be some down in there. Just in case those flowers don't go away. Anything else? I think we might be good here. Oh, there's another stump oven. I see another one hiding in there. Just because we can. Let's get rid of this mess too while we're at it. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Oh, that's 2 stumps we missed so far with that one. Let's see how many more we missed. That was even using the wireframe view too yet. I didn't even see them on the wireframe. Oh, they were probably there. I just didn't notice them. Nicely executed turn there, if you ask me. Just my opinion, anyway. Something kind of fun about running a job like this, if you ask me. I went plowing up some new ground here. Running the old John Deere 4020. I'm still curious, by the way, if this tractor will let us go higher than Gear 8 or not. The mod author has this set up properly. Like I said, I'm on the is it synchro range transmission here, which is one of the transmission options for this tractor. I believe is an 8-speed, 8 forward and 3 reverse gears. And then I think there's also like a hydrostatic option of some sorts as well. Or no, not hydrostatic. What was it? There's some sort of variable option as well, if I remember correctly. I forget what kind it was that was available for this tractor again, but... Well, there we go, tractor. Ooh, even this tractor struggles a little bit on the already plowed ground. Yeah, it looks like Gear 8 is as high as we go, by the way. Let's keep going any higher. And topped out right around 19 mile an hour. That's probably a little on the high side for this tractor, but that's probably about right, everyone. About how fast this tractor will go down the road. Okay, speaking of which, let's get some GPS going here. Oh, and we are probably going to want... Actually, that's a good question. What are we going to want? 90 degrees. Perfect. Auto with that. Measly 12 feet. Wow. Yeah, 12 feet. That should be right within reason for 40-20 pulling a chisel plow there, if you ask me of one. We are definitely a little wider than the chisel plow, though, I think. Just by a little bit. Not bad, but... Suppose if we took the duals off, but... And as far as the game is concerned, I don't know that it would necessarily make much difference. The duals in the game haven't really give you any more traction. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, it's Farming Simulator, so would duals really give you more traction? I mean, in real life, of course they wouldn't, but in the game, I'll plow back across, at least if we can anyway. Over this grass here again, like I said, should go away once we cultivate it. But which line were we on? We were on this one here. I want to finish this pass here a minute. Just get it straightened on this side as well. Go. Oh, come on. Come on, tractor. Yeah, it doesn't like the tilled soil either, does it? Very realistic in that sense, by the way. You're obviously going to get a little bit less traction on tilled soil than you are on good old terra firma here. And just plowing up this little corner here a minute. Yeah, like I said, we could combine this with the other field here as well, but then we still only would have one field. So if we leave this separate, that way we have two separate fields. We can plant two different crop types. You know, that way if the weather isn't favorable, I wouldn't, we just, hey, we got another crop type to fall back on. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about those type of things here in the game, everyone. Kind of one of the nice things about Farming Simulator, right, everyone? Like, as far as farming goes, everyone, like, there's very little stress in this game about, your crops and the weather and, just all the typical things you'd have to worry about as an actual farmer in real life, right? Like, again, you don't have to worry about breakdowns in the game. Like, is the tractor going to break down? Don't worry. It's not going to. It's going to potentially wear out here, according to the damage on the game here, but it's not actually going to break down. And that wear down is not really going to affect us a whole lot either, so... And not to mention, we just throw a couple $100 at it, and bam, now we're repaired again, right? Or whatever. I don't know what it would cost to repair this tractor. Probably shouldn't be much of one. Pretty cheap tractor, so. And now we're rolling. Should be able to make pretty short work of this here, I would think. Oh, can we finish it this episode? I doubt it, and I think that's going to take longer than this episode to finish up plowing this. And, of course, we'll come back next episode and get some cultivating and planting going here as well, hopefully. Oh, what can I reasonably turn around in? Looks like about 2. Okay. We'll just skip 2. Actually, you know what? No, let's... then I got to turn around at the other end here. So let's skip 3. And the reason I say that is so when we get down to the other end, I can still make the turn for 2 at the other end. Makes sense, right? Well, if not, you'll see when we get to the other end, and hopefully it will. And, of course, Evan, don't forget, by the way, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, once you are subscribed, don't forget to turn on your notifications there as well. And if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, you can find that information, as always, down below in the description there. If you'd like to watch the multiplayer content, by the way, you can find that over on Twitch. Again, all this information down below in the description there, everyone, so don't forget to check that out. And on that note, let's head over to the comment section in a moment, see what you folks had to say here. Starting off with the first comment here from Jeffrey. He was saying, the Valley of the Old Farm is the map we did the challenge on. Yes, the logging challenge I was talking about here was that last episode or episode before, everyone. That was the Valley of the Old Farm. We cut, I think it was, what, 6,000? I think it was 6,000 trees, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that number, but it was just somewhere in there. 6,000 trees or something. Like, we deforested almost, or was it? I forget if we had, like, completely deforested or we were, like, really, really close to deforesting that entire map. Like, we did some serious forestry. Oh, yeah. See, kind of what I was talking about. Really nice turning around here now, isn't it? And, of course, once we finish the next, so we got one more round after this one here, and we'll just kind of do another section again. Just keep working our way around. And fortunately, with GPS, we can get away with having this lined up, like, perfectly. Now, if you were to do this in real life, Evan, obviously this is probably something you would do in real life, too, potentially. But without GPS, Evan, you might not be able to get this perfectly spaced out. If you're really good, some farmers claim they could, but the best you can do is get close. And then, of course, to keep your line straight all the way across the field. Well, there is a trick to that, and I think I've mentioned what that trick is before one. So if you don't have GPS, then you'll use that little hood ornament there. See, back in the day when that little hood ornament actually had a purpose. That was your GPS, if you will, back in the day. So you line that little hood ornament up there. And just pointing at what you want to go to. And like I said, that was a GPS. And then, of course, that only left, now you had to get your spacing right. So space out, okay, you want to skip so many rows here for the plow. Figure that out. And there you go. Jeffrey was also saying that style A John Deere had only 6 gears, no high or low gear, and no factory power steering. The factory power steering wasn't until the 60 came out in 1953, which replaced the A. Okay. See, I couldn't remember when that power steering came out, but I know that was definitely a big thing back in the day. Like, that was like an advertising feature, right? Like, ooh, power steering. Like, we don't even bother putting that on stuff nowadays. I'm like, it's just, it's coming with power steering, right? Like, you'd see that on the 4020, or maybe not a good example, but somewhere you'd see power steering written on it. Like, whoa, yeah, wow, right? Mason was saying at least the straps here in Farming Simulator 22 seem to work better than in previous versions of the game. Yep, I think you got a good point on that one there. There we go. Finishing the last, well, possibly the last roll for this section here, I guess. Depends if I want to keep going the same direction or reverse this, everyone. Making short work of it, though. Yeah, what can I do? I'm going to do one more pass here. Line up here a minute. And then we get down to the other end. We'll skip 3 more passes, and we'll basically do the same thing here again. Now, I could have skipped 3 passes on this end, too, I suppose, Evan. Kept going the same way. Now, this time around, I'm going to be kind of going the opposite way, if that makes sense. But all works the same, right? So rather than turning up and to the left here, we're now going to turn down and to the right. And then, like I said, just we'll skip 3 passes here on this one. Anyway, Speaking of skipping out, I think it's time to skip out here on this video, as it is time to wrap it up. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.